out there with the cheerleaders. Wouldn't you know it? What a day we've had here tonight. We're being signaled to get this crowd again down here below us. They're saying hi to us. High formation, hand off to Hill. Hill with a big
Nice
hole.
hole.
CJ around the left side. CJ puts on one move. Sidesteps another man. Powers his way down inside the 25 at about the 24-yard line, where it'll be first down for the Trojans. And now their clock has become a big factor. We're down to 2:27 to go, and that could be about it for the Black Bears of Sterling.
We got a gain of about 14 by Hill. A nice run, breaking a number of tackles and just powering his way through there at the end for first down. Ball is on the 24-yard line. First and 10. Hand off to Hill again.
CJ again. CJ across the 20. Drags people to the 19. Picked up 5 yards. We're just going to keep giving it to CJ here, it looks like. We're trying to figure out where Kermit's headed. Kermit's kind of got lost. He's looking for Sesame Street, isn't he?
Quarterback Joe Woods. Hand off the Hill.
CJ across the 20.
Oh,
Inside
nice.
the 15, down to about the 13-yard line.
It's enough for first down. Just bowled his way through there, put his head down, and drove right through there. That'll be first down and 10 for the Trojans on the 13 or 14-yard line. 13 and a half, we'll call it. Minute 24 seconds to go in the last quarter of this ball game. Clock is running.
And Sterling seems to be content to just let it run out. Down 14, very little chance of coming back at this point. The Trojans may stick it in here, but you don't expect Joe Woods to pass. Handoff, C.J. Hill hitting the backfield, struggles across the 15 down to about the 11. Loses a little bit on the play. May have gained, actually, about a yard on the play by the time they finished his forward progress.
Maybe
Gained
half
a yard.
Maybe a half, yeah. Down there somewhere.
And you kind of expect Joe Woods to possibly just take a knee here. 48 seconds to go. And the Trojans are about to win this one. Down to 30 seconds. Clock continues to tick away as it's melting away on the Black Bears, and the Hillsboro Trojans will be 3-2. Handoff C.J. Hill. He's going to be hit and dropped in the backfield. At this point, it doesn't matter. They won't have to have a run another play. It'll be third down. Loss of a couple on the play. Third down and 11. 15 seconds. Clock continues to run, and the Trojans of Hillsboro are going to win this one 20-6. Hillsboro coming in here at home tonight and putting it right there on the field tonight with a lot of running, some big plays on offense, and they put it to the Bears tonight, winning it by 14. The Trojans are 3-2.
Nice win by the Trojans. Very, very strong effort. Didn't let up at all.
Tomorrow night, homecoming. Tomorrow night, homecoming, and 7 o'clock once again tomorrow night. The Trojans will play Halstead. A great, great victory for the Hillsboro Trojans tonight. Final score, Hillsboro 20. Black Bears from Sterling 6. We have the Ag Power and Ag Service postgame show coming up in just a minute. postgame show is brought to you by Ag Power and Ag Service. Ag Service in their 23rd year of serving you for soil testing, fertilizers, and all of your farm chemical needs. Call Mike or Kirby while our papers fly away at 947-3166 and ask how they can be a service to you. Ag Service. Service is their name. And Ag Power, after 11 years, Ag Power in Hillsboro is still the place to get your farm equipment, new or used. And they've got the new Massey's in, and I tell you what, we'd look good driving down the road in one of those bad boys this week in the parade, wouldn't we?
Yes, we would.
Oh, yeah. I tell you, we should do that. There's still their place to go. Ag Power, your authorized Ag Code dealer. Good people, great ideas, terrific deals, and quality service. Call Ag Power at 947-3182 and see how they can help you. That's Ag Power and Ag Service, bringing you the post-game show. And tonight, the Trojans hold on for a 20-6 hard-fought victory here against the Black Bears of Sterling. The Hillsboro Trojans putting this one away and with a score in the third quarter, but really defensively held on and will some great defensive stands and some interceptions at the end. Chad Dirksen played a fantastic football game. Had one interception near the end of the ball game. Nathan Funk, as usual, another fantastic
great receptions.
Oh, hey, he just climbed backs of people and made spectacular catches. Made Joe Woods look great tonight. C.J. Hill, another fine evening, 2 touchdowns. He actually had 3, but he scored his third one after one was called back. So just a terrific night overall. Some fantastic play. David Inns had another great ball game, and we called his name an awful lot tonight. Our McDonald's most valuable player, however, goes to
John Carlson.
John Carlson, fantastic.
Big number 80.
He put pressure on the quarterback all night long, was in his face, and a lot of times was just one step away from making the sack. John Carlson, our player of the game tonight, and for being our player of the game, John receives an extra value meal from McDonald's. McDonald's, of course, the home of my size meals.
Yeah,
so John will get an extra value meal from McDonald's. Been a fine evening here. The wind has subsided somewhat, but still it's picking up just a little bit again.
Changing direction.
Next week you guys are on your own. Homecoming week next week. Big parade on Friday.
Yeah, big parade.
Come on out and see the parade. Homecoming festivities.
Yep. We got 6:30. We got the crowning of the homecoming king and queen.
6:30. That's about a half hour before game time. Kickoff 7 o'clock. Halstead comes calling. The Trojans at 3-2. First time in recent memory we can say that.
Yeah.
Hillsboro Trojans looking pretty good so far. They've got to put a whole ball game together. Luckily tonight, defensively they did. Offensively, it was a struggle in the late in the third quarter and fourth quarters. But the Trojans did win this ball game again by the count of 20-6. Any final comments there, Will?
Nope. I just think it was a great game by the Trojans. Real good show.
Real fine show.
Yeah.
Good crowd on hand. We even had some mystery people down there. Mickey, who was down there? Kermit was down there.
Oh, yeah,
George of the Jungle looked to be down there. Tarzana was down there. Tell you what, you just never know what you're going to find when you come out to a Trojan ball game. So, from Reimer Field on the campus of Tabor College, I'm Butch LaBelle for Will Gertzen. We'd like to thank all of the people that helped put this thing together. Glenn Supis, the principal, who helps, does such a fine job of keeping us on the air every week. And we want to thank him. We want to thank all the fine people. Sharon Funk, the cheerleader sponsor. All the cheerleaders did a great job again tonight. And Katie, we got them some time. So we want to thank everyone for all their hard work. Next week, I'll be in Texas. You guys do a great job. All right. Okay. For all of us here at Tabor, at Reimer Field on the campus of Tabor College, once again, our final score, Hillsboro 20 and the Sterling Black Bears 6. Next week, homecoming. Come on out and see the Trojans as they host Halstead. I'm Butch LaBelle, KSPN Channel 22. Good night, everyone.
Of ABC Kansas, voted Station of the Year for the Kansas Association of Broadcasters.
For the Hillsboro Trojans, Heston Swanthers' first game at district football. It's a nice day today, about 1 minute 30 seconds till the start of the game. And Butch, what are your thoughts about this game?
I tell you, the first thing I'm thinking right now, Andy, what a beautiful, beautiful field to be playing on. I'd like to be playing on that. That's some plush-looking stuff, isn't it? Beautiful evening for football, clear skies. Temps are expected to dip down into the low 50s before we're done here. So we all brought jackets, and I guess that's what we brought them for, right?
That's right.
We're in a very cozy press box, a very nice facility. If you've never been to Heston, this is a really nice facility they have here. And we're just really glad to be bringing you Trojan Football 1997 District Trojan football. And Andy, how was the mood in school this week coming off the homecoming loss?
Well, pretty disappointed about the big loss to the Halstead Dragons at homecoming, but pretty confident coming into tonight's game, looking to get some big wins in district play.
District is the start of the second season in high school football, and kicking off for the Swathers will be, looks like number 48, is that right?
Yeah, I think it is.
Number 48, it's Donnie Culver, and the whistle stopped the action as C.J. Hill takes the ball back at about his 10-yard line. He's just holding it there. Looks like we're going to have an illegal procedure, or they started before the officials were ready. But once again, a beautiful evening for football, hoping for a better outcome than what we had last week with Halstead. But now the rest of the season doesn't matter. You wipe the slate clean, and everybody starts once again at no records going into district play. This could be the season for the Trojans to really make themselves known in district.
Hillsborough has a pretty good chance in district this year. Heston, Marion, and Harrington are the teams in their district.
All three tough teams as well as Hillsborough. And we'll get the offensive starters for the Trojans here in just a moment. As it looks like Culver's going to tee it up again and try it from the 40-yard line once again. They're waiting for the clock to get reset. Trojan football, 1997, KSPN, Channel 22. As my main man next to me here, Andy said, this is Butch LaBelle along with Andy Bartle. Of course, you said it in reverse order, didn't you?
Sure did.
That's because you're special and I'm not. Culver puts a foot into it at the line drive kick. C.J. Hill comes over, takes it at the 10. C.J.'s across the 15, crosses the 20, big hole, and C.J. crosses the 35, and he's going to go. C.J. Hill, there's no flags, and C.J. Hill is going to take it back 90 yards for a touchdown, and just like that, the Trojans have jumped out on top 6-0.
Nice return there by C.J. Hill. First return for a touchdown this year by the Trojans. Big hole at the middle. Must have done some good blocking there by the front line. C.J. just ran up the middle and used his great speed all the way to the end zone.
Well, I guess we won't give the offensive starters. We'll give the defensive starters after we kick the ball. With Nathan Funk in to kick. We want to point out one thing right now, though. Fullback is Kane Adams. He'll be starting at the fullback spot. Jason Terrell, who's played for quite a while with a broken foot, apparently is finally out, and he's on crutches over on the sideline. But I still notice there's still two number 46s over there. The snap, the kick is up, and boy, Nathan put a toe into this one. It is no good as he sliced it off. That looks like one of my golf shots, Andy.
That's pretty good.
Might never go that far, though, but we won't talk about that. Hey, folks, with 12 seconds gone in this ballgame, 11:48 to go here in the first quarter. It's the Trojans who have struck first, drawing first blood, and a very shocked crowd here. A good crowd has made the trip from Hillsborough. Hillsborough High School football brought to you by some great sponsors, the Real Estate Center, True Value Hardware, Marion and Hillsborough, Dr. Michael Ray Family Practice, and Greenhall Pharmacy. Nathan Funk to tee it up. Who's back deep there for the Swathers?
Back there for the Swathers is number 39, Nate Bartell. 6'2", 200-pound senior. There's the kick.
Funk gets the kick. It bounces and hits one of the players on the foot. It's picked up by Bartell, and he breaks a couple tackles, stumbles across the 35 to the 37-yard line. Kind of an ugly-looking kickoff. Seth Hirschberger, who's going to be the starting split end, was the one that hit his toes, and he couldn't gather it up, and Bartell came in and picked it up.
Not a real good kick by Nathan Funk, bringing the ball ultimately to about the 20-yard line. Nice return on the play by Bartell, where he finally got the ball.
Just underway, 6-0. Trojans' Achilles heel, if anything, this year has been their kicking game, their special teams. Right away, Heston with Twins to the bottom of the screen. Under center, here's the pitch to number 33, the tailback. He's around the corner on the left side. Breaks across the 40, across the 45-yard line, run out of bounds at midfield, or just short of it. And on the carry was?
Number 33, Josh Erb.
Josh Erb is the starting fullback. He is a sophomore. The quarterback is number 12, John Clark. He's a 6'1", 180 senior. And we saw this young man last year in Marion when he came down. He was the backup, and he played as well as any starter could have ever played. 1st and 10, ball resting right on midfield. Clark takes a handoff, gives it to Erb. He's across the 50. Great blocking as he is wrestled down as he gets to the 43-yard line. The stop made by number 30, Lance Unruh, as he's brought down at the 42-yard line. It'll be second down and a couple.
Lance Unruh did not play in the last week's game against the Dragons. He had a sore shoulder and was forced to be on the sidelines for that game.
Luke Dreyer is the fullback. At the flanker spot is number 85, and that is John Luch. And Travis Jansen is the tight end. And here's a handoff to the fullback. And he gets across the 40 down to the 35-yard line. Will spot him. Just short of the 35, called the 36. Good enough for a first down. Who's defensively out there for the Trojans?
Defensive starters for the Trojans tonight are tackles Dave Entz and Ryan Bartle. Begins tonight are John Carlson and Billy Benjamin. The linebackers are Chad Dirksen, Ryan Suderman, Jesse Ham, and Lance Unruh. Quarterbacks are Nathan Funk and Tyson Rasliff, and the safety is C.J. Hill.
Well, the first time the Trojans have been able to stop anyone as the handoff to the fullback, Erb, and he gets maybe a yard if he's lucky. Pickup of 1, it'll be second down and 9.
Tackle on that play made by a host of linemen, among those Dave Entz of the Trojans.
Excuse me, I've gotten myself a little cold from that nice weather down in Texas. Here's the pitch to Erb coming around the right side. He's hit immediately and drops it about the 33 as he crossed the 35-yard line. And who was that in on the tackle? Was that Suderman?
That was a nice tackle on the play by Ryan Suderman coming from his linebacker spot to make the tackle. Seems to be a Heston Swather player lipping off the field. That's number 85.
That would be
John
Luce. John Light.
Excuse me.
They have spelled it wrong here in the book.
Quarterback back to pass.
Clark, he's got a man open. That's Hershberger, and he throws it over his head. And so
Poor Hershberger had quite enough room to make the catch. Quarterback just overthrew him. C.J. Hill defending on the play.
Light comes back into the ball game, brings the play in. And also coming in is Dreyer. Coming out of the ball game is Erb. Coming out of the ball game now is Nate Barthel. Double tight end set. Motion to this side. That's Jantz. Clark rolling to the left. Looking. Throws across the middle. It's caught by Hershberger. He's wide open. He breaks free across the 30 to about the 27-yard line. He will be, looks like to be shot.
I tell
you, it is beautiful out here tonight. This is a beautiful field, and the folks have done themselves very proud here. Joe Woods under center.
This one hit high in the air to left field, wind blowing out that way. Will Altuve have a chance at the wall? He kind of mistimed his jump. It went off the wall, and Jake Myers is going to try and play it back into third base. Sliding in with a triple is Ivan Herrera.
Offensive starters.
Tonight's offensive starters for the Trojans are at center, number 63, Derek Funk. The guards, Ryan Bartle and Jesse Ham. Tackles are number 79, Chad Dirksen, number 71, David Entz. Tight end, number 80, John Carlson. Flanker is Ryan Suderman. Split in, Nathan Funk.
Here's a pass across the on the slant pattern that we run so very well, and this time Joe Woods' pass is a little bit low to Ratzlaff, and so we go ahead and continue with the offense.
Like you said before, Kane Adams starting a fullback for the second game.
For us out of Mississippi State last year, can run it up more of a power arm right-handed, some sink in the slider left-handed. It's a lot of fun to watch.
First ball swinging, Travis Pizzana grounds out, one down. One thing Stephen Vogt actually roomed with Pat Vendetti, who was also a switch pitcher. He made it to the big leagues, and he said the amount of work you have to do to keep your arm and your shoulder strong on both sides. Your leg work.
Left-handed, it's a lot for us out of Mississippi State last year. Can run it up more of a power arm right-handed, some sink in the slider left-handed. It's a lot of fun to watch.
First ball swinging, Travis Pizzana grounds out, 1 down. One thing Stephen Vogt actually in your shoulder, both sides, some things we don't really think about in terms of the maintenance it takes.
Absolutely. I grew up in the Omaha area, kind of similar to Pat, so know him from, growing up and playing in the area.
Job of running after the catch for a big first down across midfield.
Martell, Powers, Mullet, and are also in defensively for the Swathers to start this ball game. Number 23 is Dreyer. He's also in there. Woods hands off the hill, off the left side, off tackle. He gets back to maybe the line of scrimmage and no more. He's dropped right there. It'll be second down for the Trojans. Cox in on the stop there. Second down and 10, no gain on the play. Or was the blocking there?
Blocking was there, but the Heston line did a good job of getting in there hard and getting low.
Dreyer, Wheatle, and Danson round out the defensive starters for the Swathers. We were given only numbers, so we had to kind of go with just last names here. Woods back to throw, looks for Ratzlaff. He catches the ball inside the 25. It's thrown out of bounds at about the 24-yard line. Tyson Ratzlaff again. And so Joe Woods now 2 for 3 on this drive, 2 for 3 for the ball game, and some good passing yards for one of the state's top passing leaders, Joe Woods.
Gain of about 7 on that play, bringing up 3rd down and 3 for the Trojans.
3rd and 3, very much a makeable yardage for the Trojans. The flag hanging totally limp here on a beautiful Friday evening here in Heston, Kansas, home of the Swathers. Woods under center. Here's a handoff to Hill. CJ crosses the 25 to about the 24. May have gotten about a yard to the 23 and no more. It'll be 4th down, and now it's decision time for Coach McEwen.
4th down and about 2 yards to go. The Trojans have a decision to make. This deep in Heston territory, I don't think they'd be punting the ball, and their field goal kicking has not been up to par of late, so I would guess they would be going for it.
I think you're right. It's 4-down territory here for the Trojans. Both these teams come in 3 and 3. First game of district, so both of them in the important category, 0 and 0.
Right.
The Swather fans here in front of us starting to get the old cowbells a-ringing. 4th down and about 3 for the Trojans. And a flag stops the play. I think we're going to delay of game, and it is delay of game on the offense. And that'll make it a little bit more difficult. Now, if you're Coach McEwen, you might think about pooch punting it.
Woods had tried to get the Heston defensive line to go offside, but used up too much clock, and now is having a 4th and long situation.
The ball will be resting at the 29-yard line. It'll be 4th down and 7 now for the Trojans. Hillsboro in their road white, maroon helmets, maroon pants, the yellow gold with the outlining around the numerals and around the sleeves, and of course the big H on the side of the helmets in gold. Swathers in their red with their, looks to be more of a silver, kind of a grayish color pants. Trips to the top of the screen. Woods back to throw. He's going long, and I have no idea where Joe was throwing that pass. There was nobody. The closest thing to that was the pylon. And so we'll turn it over on downs at the 29-yard line. The Swathers have held, and the Trojans will go back on defense.
Woods under pressure on that play by 61, Andy Cox. Did a good job of busting through the line to get in Woods' face.
Trojan football, 1997, a very good year to this point. 3 and 3. Many people might say, well, that's not very good. But folks, if you've looked at the last couple seasons, it's pretty darn good, isn't it?
It's a heck of a lot better.
It's a lot better. Hand off to Erb, and Erb is tripped up before he gets a huge gain. He's tripped up at the 35, picked up about 6 yards. They're going to mark him at the 36. He got 7 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 3. Dave Enns in on the tackle.
Erb had just 2 men to beat, and the second man there just got a hand on him and pulled him down to the ground.
That was one of those that could have gotten ugly in a hurry for the Trojans, as Erb just fired right through there, and very, very little resistance from the defensive front of the Trojans. Pitch to Erb, coming around the right one arm tackle. He's going to have some running room across midfield, knocked out of bounds at the 46-yard line of Hillsboro. Correction, it was Nate Bartell carrying the ball, and it's going to be a first down. Who's in on the tackle there, Andy?
That would be on the tackle number 21, Nathan Funk, I believe.
The flag is laying on the field back at the 35-yard line, 36-yard line. They're talking to the Hillsboro captains. I think this one's coming back.
The call is holding against the Swathers.
That hurts.
That'll bring up about second down and about 15-0 for the Swathers. We'll call it 14. So with 5:55 left to go in the first quarter, Swathers have the ball, second down and 14. Quarterback rocks back to pass, has receiver number 8, and tipped and nearly intercepted by 26, C.J. Hill.
Boy, C.J. Hill had that in his mitts, but it just hit the ground before he was able to haul it in. And it'll bring up third down and a long 14. Hillsboro High School football also brought to us by who, Andy?
Brought to us by Schroeder County Motors, as well as Sports Source and Vice Directory.
Nice long distance. Yeah, they got those nice direct. You know, I use that Vice Directory all the time because it sure has a lot more in it than anything else.
It sure does.
Back to throw is the quarterback. He's airing it out for Hirschberger, and it's too long as it hits the marker here on the 40-yard line. And it'll bring up fourth down in a punting situation for the Swathers. McDonald's, the sponsor of the player of the game. The McDonald's player of the game be chosen by my main man here next to me, Mr. Andy Markle. And I also want to mention on the camera tonight, someone new to us here, as far as new to us this week. I guess you guys mentioned him last week, but unfortunately we had some technical difficulties, didn't have the audio working last week. Pat Buller is on the camera for the second week, and we sure appreciate his hard work. He's got a grin on his face. There's a snap back, and the kick is away. It's high but short. It is going to bounce at the 43 and rolls across the 40. Gets to about the 37, and a real good hitting display going on down here by John Clark, the quarterback for the Swathers. And he's into it with Jesse Ham. And I tell you what, Clark gives up a little bit in weight and height in that little battle, but he stayed right in there. That was the most interesting part of this punt. Ball at the 37-yard line, first and 10 for the Trojans. Ag Power Ag Service, the sponsors of our post-game show. And they're great sponsors for us. Cooperative Grain Supply sponsors the halftime show. Get over there to Cooperative Grain Supply. Get yourself some Cardinal fuel. Joe Woods hands off to none other than C.J. Hill. He gets out to about the 39.
Ball goes into the paint, and they're reacting late back out to the shot.
And we'll see. John Jakes' crew is still right there, despite the fact they are down 5 in this game in Providence, with a ticket to the dance on the line. We've got a couple other tickets to the dance that are going to be punched later today. One Tennessee-Florida game, the SEC Championship game. How will that impact the one line? Joe Lenardi joins us in a second.
Rated M for mature. Everything I loved
was taken from me.
And now
we take it back.
Strike as shinobi.
Strike as samurai.
Assassin's Creed Shadows.
March 20.
I can't believe I bought a broken map.
At least you earned double miles with the Capital One Venture Card.
Is this the first basketball game ever?
Capital One gives you exclusive access to events, but this is next level.
Like my new game? I call it Hoopla.
What do you think about basketball?
Fiddlesticks, that's a better name.
What are they doing?
Playing horse.
Whoop! Money! My turn.
Oh, that was my last peach basket.
Lowe's knows when you own a home or run a business, the things you need add up fast. When you're a member at Lowe's, your earnings add up fast too with a free My Lowe's Rewards membership. Whether you're doing upkeep or upgrades, start earning points toward My Lowe's Money. Get member-only deals and free shipping Free. Yes, free. Join for free and get more with Lowe's.
Timeout, hammers, overtime, heart-pounding edge of your seat action. Yeah, you're getting all of it. Got it. It's playoffs, and the matches are set. 4 teams, 2 spots. It's win or go home. This is TGL, presented by SoFi on ESPN.
If you're an executive, this shirt is a must-have in your closet.
I was tired of floppy collars and shirts with sweat stains, so I got this shirt I saw on TV, and now I don't have to worry about any of that. I got it shipped in no time, and I switched from regular polos to this immediately. The brand is called Collars & Co. They make a regular stretchy golf shirt, but the top has a firm collar on it. I got rid of so many problems by upgrading to this. No dry cleaning needed anymore, and I'm free from uncomfortable long sleeves, and the collars stay stiff all day. Get 20% off using code TV at collarsandco.com.
See, tall fungus is not just an embarrassing cosmetic problem. It can also be dangerous. Even small spots can spread and get worse. Drugstore remedies and prescriptions just don't get to the root cause of your fungus. That's why this simple 2-minute hack has gone viral. You can check it out at crystalflush.com. It works by deeply penetrating and disrupting the cellular structure of the fungus. Thousands are literally wiping their fungus clean and showing off their
about becoming a member. For quality farmland gasoline, Cooperative Grain Supply is a place for you, so stop by and see Rod today. For all of your banking needs, go to Hillsborough State Bank. Hillsborough State Bank is Hillsborough's only locally owned bank and only locally owned and operated community bank. So stop by and invest with the best. Hillsborough State Bank.
Well, they're really making this beat work, aren't they?
Yes, sure are.
Just under 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Channel 22, KSTN, Butch LaBelle with my partner in crime, Andy Burl. Yeah. Again, the veer and the handoff this time.
Up the middle to Kane Adams, the fullback.
Was that Adams that had the ball?
I think it was.
It sure was. He was able to get forward for about a yard, and that was about it. There sure wasn't much blocking on that play. As, again, the Swathers stopped it up pretty good. Joe Woods brings up the offense again in the double slot formation. Sunk to the bottom of the screen, Ratzler to the top. Correction. Suderman to the top. Here's the pass. And it is incomplete. As Herberger in on the coverage.
Funk may have been tripped up on the play, but pass just out of reach of his hands.
Now Kane Adams is wearing Jason Terrell's number, is that correct? He's wearing Jason Terrell's number 46. Jason Terrell still in the program, number 46. It is Kane Adams that's in there. Starting in the place of the injured Jason Terrell, who had himself a fine season going down with a broken foot. Twins to the bottom of the screen. Woods drops back to throw. He looks. He's got Funk open, and it is caught, and he's knocked out of bounds at about the 11-yard line. Nathan Funk knocked out of bounds before he gets the first down, and now they're in the red zone. See how they do in their first red zone tonight.
Nice pass play there from Woods to Funk. Picking up the first down, first down and about 10 11-yard line. Good to see that going on again. Passing game, a little bit down from last week's game against Halstead.
Remember, if you're the market for a used vehicle, you owe it yourself. You'll see the folks over at Schrader County Motors. 37 years they've been serving Marion County, so give them a call. County Motors for all your GM parts needs. CJ Hill, counterplay, gets down inside the 10, about the 9-yard line. We'll see where they spot him. Just inside the 10-yard line. Picked up about a yard. It's going to be second down and 9.
Do the tackle play by Nate Bartel.
No relation at all.
He's got two L's.
He's got two L's.
Spelled differently.
Yeah. Thought I'd ask.
All right.
High formation. Top of the screen, Funk and Ratzler. Woods drops back, slant pattern, he leads Tyson Ratzler way too far. Nope.
That's Nathan Funk.
I've got a glare here in my here. Okay.
Brings up third down and 8 for the Trojans at about the 9-yard line. See what Coach McEwen has in store for the Swathers on this play. 28 for the Trojans. Turn eye formation with the bottom of the screen and the top of the screen. Woods back to pass.
Rolling for his life out to the left. Adams out there blocking for him. It is knocked away and almost intercepted. It should have been intercepted.
Ball was tipped by a defender. I did not see who it was.
I thought it was Herb.
Almost actually caught by a Trojan receiver on the ground. Did not get it. Brings up fourth down and 8 for the Trojans.
We're gonna have the Greatest Supply halftime show. Very special for you. The cheerleaders from Hillsborough are going to do their thing. The Hillsborough cheerleaders are going to give us a little demonstration of what they can do. We're very excited. Looking forward to that, aren't we? Hills Funk to the bottom of the screen, to the top. Looking, throws, and it is incomplete. As Nathan Funk got his feet tangled up, down, the ball will go to the Swathers, but not a bad place to leave them down at their own 10-yard line. And so the Trojan defense perhaps gets an opportunity to put the board here in 97.
Swathers have 90 yards for the ball for the touchdown.
I think it's been since the collegiate games scored. Is that correct? When Tyson Rice picked that pass off and scampered 25 yards for that highlight he put together sometime this year.
Not by me. I don't know.
Herb is the tailback. Mark Anderson, he's the quarterback. And quarterback keeper straight ahead, goes to about the 13-yard line. Picked up about maybe four on the play. They mark him. They mark him about the over 13-yard line. That'll be second down and 7.
Nice safe play with the Swathers up the middle. Trying to get the ball a little further before they do any more big plays. Hand off up to the fullback, I believe.
I think the quarterback held on to plays in a row. I'm not really sure if there wasn't a mix-up on that play. John Clark got to about 12 where he was stopped, so he lost about a yard on the play. Could be third down. We'll call it third, just about 7 still.
Looks like Heston is tailback tonight. Always keeping a fresh runner in. 33 Herb, 39 Bartel off duties. Hand off to Herb. This tackle.
Hammer.
Tyson
came flying up there and leveled him, didn't he? Tyson Ratzler flying up from his corner position and leveled Herb. A loss of about another yard, down, and about 8.
Heston receiver did a real good job of containing on the play. Had a free shot of running back Herb.
Well, so now the missed opportunity in the red zone may not hurt quite so badly. Trojans with 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter, still up 6-0. Opening kickoff by C.J. Hill, 90 yards for a touchdown. There's the punt. It's short. It'll take a hop at the 40. Cross midfield. C.J. stands there with his hands on his hips, a little disgusting because that thing took about a 13-yard bounce. And is dead. At the 48-yard line of Hillsborough, 16 ticks left on the clock. Well, looked to be a pretty ugly punt, ends up being a 40-yard kick.
Still a good kick returner as you saw in the first play of the game. Would like to get a chance to return another one for a touchdown. But the punt did not allow for that. It's probably good for the Swathers.
Certainly better than what they were anticipating they might have. Hung to the bottom of the screen, to the top, fullback, the eye, Woods, under snap, hands off.
Hill, CJ has some running room. Breaks another tackle, CJ Hill across the 30, the 20, the 15, there is no touchdown. CJ Hill with another long run. 52-yard touchdown scamper by CJ Hill. And he's making atonement for last week out of the ball game. We don't want to dwell on that one too much. 5 seconds left here in the first quarter. You can expect the Trojans to go for two.
That's right. Big hole up the middle. Broke quite a few arm tackles by the Swathers. Just use his speed once again to get to the end zone.
You know, I stopped at the convenience store here in town. Asked for directions. The gentleman said, enjoy the ball game. You're going to get beat. It's still early. 12 to nothing. The Trojans looking better than they perhaps have all year. But the one problem we've had not been able to put it all together for a full game yet. Even the games that we won have been very shaky in parts of the second half. And now just prove my point. 5 seconds to go on an extra point attempt to burn a timeout. Timeout on the field. 5 seconds to go. In the first quarter, Trojans surprising everyone. Is truly up 12 to nothing here at Heston.
Are you looking to buy or sell a home? Maybe a loan in your existing. Well, then you need to see Lower Stalky at the Real Estate Center. Real Estate Center is located in Hillsborough at 116 North and Marion at 206 East. So contact your lawyer at 947-233-21 to see how she can help you.
For the ultimate coverage of high school sports in Kansas, you need Sports Magazine. For a one-year subscription. That's how many great issues?
That's 12 great issues.
Oh, yeah, it's only
1995.
Oh, so call us today. 1-888-658-3319. That's 1-888-3319. Sports Magazine. Back to the action. To the bottom of the screen are going to be Ratzlaff, and Suderman. Woods under center, rolling slightly to the right, throws open in the end zone. The 2-point conversion is Tyson Ratzlaff on a little out pattern, and that was thrown perfectly.
Nice pass on the play by Woods. Woods had a pretty good passing game for the first quarter. As well as the big run by CJ Hill as the Trojans up 14 with 5 seconds to go in the first quarter.
So you guys have fun homecoming last week? Even though we lost the ball game, did we have fun?
I didn't. But just me.
We're not going to talk about that, then, are we? Nathan Funk keeps it up at his own 40-yard line, and back deep to the Swathers. Looks like it's going to be number 39, back deep. That'll be Nate Bartell again. Also back with him is Hirschberger, that's Seth Hirschberger, and Dylan on the near side. 14 to nothing Trojans. 5 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Barring some freakish play. This will be the last play. We've seen a lot of interesting things this year, though, haven't we? Here comes Funk. Here's the kick. It's high and short. It is going to bounce and is taken at the 9-yard line by Dylan. He is across the 30. He dives across the 30. And we'll see where he marks him. It's on the near side. Where actually Dylan was going to end up. They're going to mark him on the 30, 21 yards on the play. He took it at the 9. They're going to mark it at 29 yards, and that is the end of the first quarter of play. We've come to the end of the first 12 minutes. College. Come to the end of the first 12 minutes of action. And surprising young Trojans of Hillsborough coming in the Heston lead 14 to nothing.
Ag Services, 23rd year serving you for soil testing, fertilizer, and all of your farm chemical needs. Call Mike or Kirby at 947-661-66. And ask what they can do. Ag Services, their name.
Hey, you know what? It's that time of year when you got to do all those home pickups. Fall home pickups. Nowhere to go. True Value Hardware. All the paint, all the hardware supplies in.
Power tools.
Power tools. So much. Got to stop over True Value Hardware in Hillsboro. True Value Hardware help is
Around the corner.
unbelievable. Every time I turn a True Value Hardware.
Sometimes.
Or a house that needs paint. More often than not. Oh, they got the down here on the band, don't they?
Sure do.
Trojan football. Swathers on offense here to start the second quarter, and the Trojan defense all of a sudden really come alive. A handoff to Urban, he's dropped immediately. No gain on the play, second down and 10.
You said defensive line of Trojan in there and getting through the line to stop her from no gain on the play.
I did not catch who was in on the tackle. Did you catch that?
I did not catch that either.
I have my trusty Sports Illustrated binoculars here. That's a free plug for Sports Illustrated.
Erase that.
Twins to the bottom of the screen. Rolling out to the right. He's got a receiver. Hirschberger open. He throws the ball way down to the other side. Nathan Funk. Oh no! You gotta be kidding me. This is gonna be a horrible call against the Trojans. Nathan Funk was a free jump ball. Cody Newton.
Pushing in the back.
Well, I would hope so. Cody Newton was the intended receiver. Nathan Funk had position. Pass interference. You're right. Cody Newton. I didn't see the bar in my way. But I could not believe they called that on Nathan. Everywhere we've gone, the bar in our way.
She is.
And for those folks back, not the time to be 21 to go. So we're not taking anything where we should. That's right. We're taking care. We got to get you that honey. True Value Hardware. So. This is a 10-yard penalty.
And they're giving him a loss of down.
This is the second time we've seen this year. I talked with a couple of officials, and there was no loss down on this play.
This time the call favor of the Trojans instead of against them.
I've never seen a loss of down on a play like this. Unbelievable. On a draw play, calls his own number. He's going to get to the 20-yard line and stood up right there. Was that Dave in? Stood him up. I didn't see who it was.
I believe it was number 21 Nathan on the play.
Jesse Ham was the one who was in there putting the hammer to him there.
Brings up fourth and 20 for the Swathers. Most definitely a punting situation.
It is always an adventure here when we try to figure out who's wearing what for the Trojans. so many players with different numbers. Hill back the kick off the side of the foot. It wasn't touched by anyone. It bounces to the 24, bounces to the 25, 25 to the 26. This, folks, is a 6-yard punt. And Lance was there, and he touched that, and they recovered it. McEwen would have had a cow on the other side of the field. A 6-yard punt. Call it a 7-yard punt, 27-yard line. And just like that, 14 to nothing, 28 to go in the second quarter. Trojans have a chance to really open this one up early on at Heston. When we looked at the schedule of this game, that's going to be a tough one in district. You don't want to have to go to Heston. That's a tough place to go. And it is a tough place to come and play. No doubt about it. Hands off to C.J. Hill, going around the right side. C.J. Steinsteps and gets to about 26. All that running for 5 yards, maybe a yard. And we'll see where they spot him. Where they're going to spot him. They're going to spot him back at the 27. No gain on the play. Here comes Tyson back into the ball game.
Could be a passing situation. Coming in play. The Trojans. Rashford goes to the top of the screen. Nathan Funk to the bottom of the screen. High formation. Woods pitches the ball to Hill. Ball goes around in. Has a few blockers ahead of him. Gets up to about the 20-yard line. 21. Gain of about 5 on the play.
I think they're going to spot 21. That's a gain of about 6. It looks like. Third down and about 4. Call it third and about 5. You're right. Spotted it. You got the eyes of an eagle up here tonight.
Sure try.
Looks like David to the bottom I formation once again. Hand off to Hill, coming off the left side. CJ has some running room. Back at the 20, 15, 10, 5, and he stopped at the 2-yard line. Go at the 3, CJ Hill with another huge run. 18 yards on the carry. Call it 19 yards from the carry. They're going to mark him at the, looks like the 3-yard line. First and goal for the Trojans.
Excellent interior blocking on Hill, busts around the end for a good play, and a few more arm tackles on the way there.
Anytime CJ to the outside, this young man can be very exciting. He can also drive you crazy sometimes, but he can be very We saw another great back in the Taylor game. Fakes the handoff, rolling to the right. He's going to go corner and does not quite get there. Joe Woods stopped at about the 1-yard line. Looked like a design play. I don't think he's ever going to throw it wide open. Ball will be marked 1 yard. Mike Sanders, the Taylor running back, is very exciting. And they finally got him to hold on to the football last week. And Mike ran for 164 yards, 30 carries down in Texas. That's exciting young man to watch. CJ Hill has a lot of the same qualities as a sophomore. Mike Sanders is a freshman, both young, and sometimes do things that drive you nuts. Joe Woods takes the snap, follows the big offensive line, and is he in? No signal yet.
They give the signal for, I think they did.
Did they finally signal touchdown? I never saw the signal from the far side officials, the near side down here. And the camera was in the way, but took a long time. I thought the lights would be no doubt at all. But question in the mind of some of the officials. 3 of the 4 the officiating crew had to think about it. Nathan Funk in, and he is in a funk, isn't he? His kicking has been just so struggling lately. This was up, and it is. Tipped. It's good. I'm not sure what the sign was all about. Why? Who cares? It goes through the uprights. With 7:57 to go. Tell us about it, Andy.
Score at this game is Hillsborough Trojans 21, and the Heston Swathers 0. Are you looking to buy or sell a home? Maybe a loan on your existing home. Then you need to see Lower Stock, get the Real Estate Center. Real Estate Center is conveniently located at 206 East Main, or in Hillsborough at 116 North Main Street. So contact Dolores at 947-2321 and see if she can help you.
Fine job. You read that well.
I practiced.
Be careful, I might change that on one of these days.
I'm not worried.
Just under 8 minutes to go. And boys have just opened up this ball game. Kick off. And there's his best kick of the night. It is going to be taken at the 7-yard line. Bartell back across the 20. He's got us across the 35. And Tyson Ratcliffe saves. Could have been a touchdown. Nathan's the final man back at safety. They're going to mark him at the... What a generous spot. Just short of the 40-yard line. It'll be 39. And it's first down for the Swathers.
Russell's did a good job at Bartell's feet on the play, saving possibly a touchdown for the Swathers.
Boy, Bartell got it. He had to reach over to get that ball. It went over his head. A good kick by Funk. Then he got ahead of Steen. Gone. Clark back. Turns, throws the out pattern to Hershberger. He cannot hold on. As he tumbles out of bounds. The ball over the turf over there. There's a lot of sideline down in 10.
Nathan Funk depending on that play. Good job of staying behind the receiver, not going to interception, which could have made a big play, as we have seen before.
Excuse me. Twins to the bottom. Hershberger and I can't see who the other one is. Jansen. There's a pitch. There's going to be a hold. As he gets to 45 out of bounds by.
I believe that's number 30, and number 28 Ryan Suderman on the play.
And it looks like a holding call back at the 1-yard line. This should back him up and make it about 18. There we go. Heston just shooting themselves in the foot. Normally Hillsborough is so good at doing all year long.
Hillsborough doing a good job thus far, keeping away from the penalties. I don't think they have one in this game yet.
I'm thinking the same thing. I'm trying to remember back. I don't think had a penalty on the Trojans yet this far. That's got to be a record in itself. Pat Buller on the camera here. Butch LaBelle alongside me. My best pal here on the microphone. Andy Bartle. Oh, you never know. John Clark, he's hit it, intercepted by Suderman, has a crease, cut back to the middle, to the outside, he'd have gone. He's inside to the 14-yard line, and I did not see who hit Clark, but somebody absolutely leveled that young man, got up and made the tackle.
I don't see that either, but good job of Suderman by staying on the play and seeing the ball in the air and just grabbing it. Runs the ball back to about the 14-yard line. Once again, excellent for the Trojan offense.
21 to nothing. 27 to go. 30 seconds ago, we were in the end zone. And wouldn't it be great to get right back in there? Another quarterback warming up here on the sideline for the Swathers.
Pitched CJ Hill. CJ. Gets a few yards on the play. Gain of about 3 or 4 up to the 10 or 11 yard line.
Warming up down here is Rainey. He's a freshman. I don't think we'll see him unless this thing really gets out of hand.
Brings up second down and about 3 on the play. About 7. Excuse me.
Well, okay.
Trojans in the I formation. Woods hands the ball to CJ Hill. Goes around tackle and brought down by a host of Swathers at about the 7-yard line.
Yeah, here comes the flag late. Back in the defensive backfield. I did not see anything that happened. It must have been something well away from the play, huh?
Maybe a few words being thrown out around on the field.
They had it pretty loud. It was the side judge on the near side running in that flag. And the way the Swathers is acting, I think it's against them on conduct. Well, now the offense is back. Number 8 looked disgusted. Unsportsmanlike conduct. He was going to be an unhappy camper. I don't know who did what out there. But that's a 15-yard penalty, and what a silly penalty. At the 6:37 mark, you're down inside the 10-yard line, driving could be another score, and you get a silly penalty like this in a ball game that you're in total command of.
Looks like a post foul. It'll bring up third down, 18 for the Trojans.
Somebody is going to get an earful, I would bet you. Brings up third down and 18 now instead of third and 3. Ratcliffe to the bottom of the screen. Hill to the top of the screen. The lone setback is going to be Adams. Woods under center. Tight end to the left side. Joe drops back. He's under pressure. Wide open through the hands of
number 89, Jeff Vogel, the intended receiver.
The tight end came wide open. I don't think anybody expected Vogel to be going out the pattern. He hasn't been open so far this evening. He was wide open there. It's fourth down and 18. And as you alluded to earlier, the kicking game was pretty well left the Trojans. The extra point that made earlier is a positive sign. But I think probably we're going to see a fourth down attempt to pick up the first down.
4th down and 18. Long ways to go for first down, but Trojans don't have very many choices right here.
Jeremy Lowe tight end on the near side. Woods drops back, running for his life. Joe throws, and a man is open. Touchdown! The defender had fallen down in the end zone, and the pass is complete.
Number 21, Nathan Funk, touchdown reception.
And it was. And the defender that fell down was Josh. He's a sophomore. And this is coming back, isn't it?
There's a flag on the play in backfield.
Boy, I tell you. Just as we said, there was no mistakes. The Trojans all of a sudden really that flag is 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. This could be a murderous holding penalty. Eagles got blocked the Trojans. That's a 15-yarder, folks. Gee, that's a terrible penalty to have on a touchdown pass. The Trojans are taking at least 14 points off the board here in the first half. And they still lead 21 to nothing.
Brings up about fourth down, 28 yards to go for the first down. They look to be going for it here.
Twins the top of the screen. And Hill. Here's the pass. The Rattler. And Tyson in a jump ball situation at about the 10-yard line. Bring it down. That'll be first down for the Slothers. Boy, what a silly couple penalties. Big mistakes by the Trojans. And just about time they dug themselves out of their hole they dug. They turned the ball over on down, taking points off the board for themselves, and they give the Swathers the best field to start this in this first half.
Right, towards the ball, 10-yard line, drive, and even had a touchdown reception. Call back on two unnecessary penalties that really hurt him.
Tight into the right side, I formation. Receivers are split. Hand off to the fullback, and he is stopped for a short gain, maybe a yard off the fullback, number 23, Luke Dreyer. Who made the stomp on the play?
I did not see him when to stop.
Brian Bartle. They're telling us over here. Good help. Here's a play action pass. It is caught. Oh, what a great catch. C.J. Hill came up for the interception. And he and the receiver, that's number 8, Cody Newton, collide at the 48-yard line of the Trojans. And they will hang on. He's getting up to the sideline. Great catch.
Hit by C.J. Hill. Excellent job by the ball.
And he is really shaking up on the play. He's coming straight over to the bench in front of him. C.J. Hill laid a lick on it. C.J. thought he had himself a pick. Instead of having a pick, he had number 8 in his lap. Clark pitches back across the 50 to the 48. No gain on the play. Chopped down right there by number 79.
That'd be Chad Dirksen on the tackle.
Chad Dirksen. Remember, 5 minutes and 1 second, we're going to go cheerleaders. We're going to do a little bit of work for us here. Show us what they know how to do.
I can't wait.
I know you can.
I was just kidding.
Twins to the bottom of the slot. Here's a pitch back to Nate Bartell. Bartell hit immediately. Still fights his way. Fights his way for about 3 yards. Going to be third down and about. Wait and see where they spot it. He's only going to get a couple yards on the play. It's going to be third down about 8.
And on the tackle number play is number Jesse Ham, as well as number 30, Lance Under.
Hey, I tell you what. We've got some fun in the second half coming up for you. We could have drawn it up this well, could we? That last drive's about to really look murderous for us at this point. Clark rolling out to the right. He's got a receiver. He throws, and it is through the hands of Tyson Rattler. He had a receiver open for just a moment. Hertzberg was open, but he threw it too high. And it'll be fourth down and 8. The punting unit comes off for the Swathers. What should have been a touchdown for the Trojans. Ends up now the ball to get the ball territory. Great return again by C.J. Hill.
Trojan defensive backs did a good job on that play, converging on the receiver and not giving him any chance for the reception on that play.
C.J. Hill standing at about his 15-yard line. He backs up a little further. He's going to back up to about the 10. Here's the snap, a little high. He gets it down. Here's the kick. And another fair punt. And boy, I hope he stayed away. Looked like he did. Number 73 flying in there was Billy Benjamin. Boy, I was just scared Billy wasn't going to stay away from that one. It'll be spotted down at the, where they spot that, on the 15?
I think there's a spot there about the 17-yard line.
Oh, good spot. Good spot. We like that one. Here come the Trojans back on offense. If we get any passing like we got on those touchdown plays that came back, Trojans going to be in business in a hurry. 3:47 to go in the first half. Fake to Hill, or it's a handoff. Hill, and he has dropped the backfield. It should have been a fake. My goodness, he got scored by three players in there, and Herb. And it's second down at about 13.
Bill didn't have much chance in that play. Hold. Heston defensive line just came up there, blockers, and got him in the backfield.
Hey, I tell you what, I bet you need to go over to Cooperative Supply, one to Hillsborough. Dr. Rod about becoming a member. Quality farmland, gasoline. Cooperative Grain Supply is the place for you. Stop by and talk to Rod today about card fuel. Woods back to throw. He throws it way long downfield. Intended receiver's Nathan. That thing bounced a good 10 yards ahead of Nathan. Joe had time to throw. Just let that thing go a little bit too far downfield. Tell you, Cooperative Supply has 4 locations.
Yep. Purdue.
Lehigh can't Mary. I was looking at Andy. He was thinking. They do. I don't remember right off, but they do. You know, for all your long distance needs, you hope check out Feist. Area long distance has an office in Wichita. Feist today and compare your long distance bill. Feist. Isn't it nice? Here's a pitch. CJ Hill coming on the right side. CJ's across the 20. He's across the 25-yard line. I thought I saw a flag. I guess not. Must have been somebody's foul. CJ's across the 25 to about the 26-yard line. And is that going to be enough? Tell me what you think. There.
I think he's going to be about a yard or two short on the play.
I don't think too short.
I don't know.
I think you're right. Yard short anyway.
Brings up fourth down with 2 minutes and 25 seconds left in the half. Funk back for the punt for the Trojans. Back to receive the kick for the Swathers, number 4. Seth Hirschberger and number 33, Josh.
Here's the punt. A good kick. Take it as 41. He's across the 50, and he is wrestled down at about the 41-yard line, but not before he gets way back into Trojan territory. Derek Funk had to wrestle him down.
Are you in the market for a used vehicle? If so, then it's time to go over and see the fine folks at Urshrader County Motors in Hillsborough. Urshrader's Marion County for more than 37 years. So for quality vehicles, parts, service, or bodywork, contact them today. Urshrader County Motors in Hillsborough.
Hey, you know it's still football time. Second season started 21-0 here in the first half. Trojans on top. That means it's also time to get my mouth fixed. In order to do that, I got to go over Value Hardware. They have everything you need. Give them a call. Value Hardware in Hillsborough. Help is just around the corner. And for the Heston Swathers, goes around the right side. The form of a gentleman by the name of Josh Herb as he crosses the 34-yard line. Picked up about 8 on the play. Picked up 7 on the play. Second and 3. Drops back. His receiver snags and throws it down the field for Hirschberger and way out of bounds. Hirschberger was open at the beginning, and it was supposed to be past him. He slipped coming off the line of scrimmage. And with 1:38 to go here in the first half, it is going to be third down about 3 for the Swathers.
Excellent coverage on the play. Did not allow Swathers any room on the sideline to catch a pass.
That was interesting noise, wasn't it? Bell wind down. Herb down, across the 30, 25, inside the 20, to about the 19-yard line. Wait and see where they spot him. They're going to spot him just inside the 20-yard line. It'll be 10 with a buck and a half to go here in the first quarter, or the first half. And the Swathers, with their longest deepest penetration drive here of the first half, down 21 to nothing to the Trojans. This is the time when the defense has to step up. They do not want to let Heston right back in this one, especially right
before halftime.
Heston doing what they did at the beginning of the game, destroying the ball around the corner for good chunks of yardage.
Unruh coming up from his linebacker position and made contact initially, but Herb was able to get out of bounds, knocked out of bounds there by I didn't quite see who it was. Did you?
Not see it.
It was a nice sweep around the other side. And this is where the weakness of the Trojans was early in the season. It seems to be a weakness. Herb has been able to exploit it here in the last few plays. Eddie, what do you think? They really got to put stop to this, don't they?
They sure do. Especially just deep in their own territory. Second down and three for the Swathers. Up the middle, number 23, Luke Dreyer, I believe.
That's right, Luke Dreyer inside the 10.
Looks like a first down for the Swathers. What did you say?
It'll be a first down, and they're going to call timeout with 13 to go. Stay tuned. The cooperative ready to supply halftime coming up in a minute. Hopefully the defense step it up here. Minute 13 till halftime. I tell you what. Andy, if you're what are you saying over there in the huddle right now?
Well, Coach McCune's probably expecting the Trojan defense to suck it up and not allow the Swathers to get the end zone. Don't want the momentum going their way at all. First half.
Well, certainly head coach for Heston, Jeff Schultz, has got to be telling him, all right, fellas, this is our opportunity to get right back in before halftime. And this would be very damaging to the Trojans. Remember they led at Collegiate well into the third quarter, before falling apart to the Spartans earlier this year. And so 1:13 to go in the first half of play. The Swathers down inside the 10-yard line. The deepest penetration of the night. The ball resting on the 7. And Andy, take us to halftime.
All right. Swathers comes line for the play. Receiver to the top of the screen and to the bottom of the screen. The affirmation. Quarterback runs the option. Looks like he's going to keep it in. It's tackled at about the 5-yard line after three by 79 Chad Dirksen. Brings up second down, goal to go at the 5. Looks like Heston's in there. Hurry up offense.
They have one timeout remaining. Trotting off the field. They're really taking a lot of time. 50 seconds. Clock rolling.
Once again, affirmation with receiver to the top bottom of the screen. Another option play. Quarterback is scrimmage and forward for about 1 or 2 yards. Bringing up third down. At about the 3-yard line. And it's a timeout on the play by the Swathers as they go back and see what they can do against the Trojan defense.
And that is their last timeout here in the first half. We used up all of our persons. We didn't know they were going to get down here.
I did not know that.
I tell you what. We'll just tell you all that we want to thank all of our great sponsors who have been able to bring Trojan football over the course of this 1997 season, a positive season that a lot of people could have expected. Very optimistic year. He said we could play 500 this year, or maybe a game above 500. He'd be very happy man with where this team was headed. This team is laced with young, very veteran players, or especially on this ball club. And so you really got to believe that next week with Marion coming in, a very experienced team coming in to Hillsborough, that could be a very pivotal game in the district. Hillsborough be able to hold on to this. Right now with 34 seconds left, 21 to nothing. Triple I set in the backfield.
The pitch to drop through, the touchdown around the tackles. Had two blockers on the play, running back. Did a good job opening up a hole. Defense and allowed him to run through the line for a touchdown.
Lack of discipline on the part. They had a chance to stick a dagger in here in the first half and put this game in very difficult situation for the Swathers to come back with the touchdown earlier, two penalties that pulled them out of range. They were out of field goal range. They didn't get the touchdown. And now it's a 14-point swing. The Swathers were able to head down the field later and put it in. The point is up, and it is good. And with 30 seconds left in the first half, tell me the bad news, Andy.
Heston has put some points on the board. He's scored 21. Heston with 3 seconds to go in the first half.
If you remember back to the collegiate game, we talked about the sleeping giant awake in the second half. We didn't make it the second half. The sleeping giant seems to have risen here, right in front of us, the Heston crowd and band, and really getting after it as the Swathers stuck it in the end zone with just 30 seconds to go. And the big kickoff to start the ball game, and the Trojans commanded this ball game on both sides of the ball. The defense really reeling on this last series, and the Swathers were able to exploit the weakness on the outside. That I haven't seen in a long time. And now to kick it off, number 48, Donnie Culver. And here's a kick. It's a little bit shorter this time. Hill comes up, taken by one of the up backs.
For 29, rolling on those.
There's a freshman making a mistake. Jeremy Lowen should have given way to CJ Hill, who was coming up behind him, right behind him by the time he caught the ball. CJ had the momentum going forward, and freshman makes a mistake. CJ looked like he was calling him off. But that's the kind of mistake the Trojans have made this year, and hopefully come back to haunt them. Ball on the 25-yard line, 24 seconds to go. Do you think they'll clear it out, or guessing game?
I hope he puts in some kind of safe play right here. Don't want to give the Swathers another chance for touchdown. Woods pitches the ball to CJ Hill, goes around in. Has a few blockers ahead of him. Gets a big run out to about they'll spot him at the 36-yard line, I believe.
Oh boy, they're going to spot him way back. I thought he went out of bounds on the 43. He must have really run out of bounds over there somewhere.
I guess so. 17 seconds left to go in the first half. It's first down and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Well, at this rate, we can run two more plays CJ like that. But he won't get to the end zone, picking up only that much yard.
Woods under center. Chops back to pass. That's the receiver to the bottom. Puts one up. Punt. Incomplete at the 50-yard line. Threw it over his head, but they don't have a lot of running and just as well as throwing it away. I'd say.
Well, it was a safe pass. Nobody was going to get to that one. If Nathan couldn't reach it, nobody was going to get to it. So it was a safe play.
So it's second down and 10 with 12 seconds left to go in the first half. Wonder if Coach McEwen has any thoughts of going in for another touchdown yet. Sure he wouldn't turn one away if the opportunity, but
I'm sure he would, especially after losing the one. Uh-oh. Screen pass. Got hammered as soon as he let go. Get out of bounds. Down with 2 seconds. They got to call timeout with 1 second left on the clock. They do.
Pass on the play to CJ Hill in the backfield. Screen pass. Brings the ball up to the 46-yard line. About 18 on the play, I believe.
11 seconds it took. And that's the problem when you're running those kind of plays. The screen passes take a long time to develop. They can get you some good yardage. But now you have 1 second left, and we've seen Joe Woods has a tremendously strong arm. I think they're just going to drop back and give him a shot at the end zone.
I believe they're going to load up the receivers on one side of the ball and send him to the end zone and just put it up for grabs.
Do you remember we scored to end the first half once this year? Do you remember where that was?
I'm not real sure.
Oh, first game of the year.
Oh, yes, it was at Lions.
Yep, when Nathan Funk caught that slant from Joe Woods and tied at 14 at the half with the Lions. Lions got hammered last 2 weeks. Smoky Valley beat them. And then this Heston team, was it Heston or Halstead 2 weeks ago? I can't remember. 2 weeks ago, Lions got lit up, and I tell you what, if I'm not mistaken, it was Heston that beat Lions a couple weeks ago, which was a major upset. But Lions, a very solid team, and you got to figure they're going to get out of their district. First down for the Trojans, 1 second left. What do you think, Andy?
I think Woods is going to drop back and put it up for grabs. 3 receivers to the top of the screen, I think.
It's time for that ultimate play, the alley-oop, the Hail Mary, the Big Bend, whatever you want to call it. Here we go. Jiminy, Joe Woods has a cannon. Here's the pass.
And it is...
Oh, tipped and dropped at the 5-yard line. And, oh, my goodness.
Oh, man.
It was caught at the 3 by one of the Trojans. The referee had gotten caught up, thought it was a touchdown. He thought it was a completed pass. Tremendous tipping around. I have no idea who caught it, but hopefully that puts a little bit of a pin in the balloon of the Heston Swathers to end the first half with the score. Now they're going to say incomplete, no catch, so take the pass away.
Halftime score is Hillsborough Trojans 21, Heston Swathers 7.
They're still discussing whether it was complete or not down here.
Right now, it doesn't really matter whether or not it was complete.
Well, it does for Joe Woods leading the state
That's
passing.
right.
Yeah. We're at halftime. It's time for the Cooperative Grain and Supply halftime show coming up next.
The Hillsborough Cooperative Grain and Supply halftime show. Hillsborough Cooperative Grain and Supply halftime show featuring the Hillsborough High School varsity cheerleaders.
All right, you still got me?
Yep.
All right. Welcome back to the halftime show, sponsored by Cooperative Grain and Supply. Cooperative Grain and Supply, the fine sponsors of our halftime show. We're about ready for the second half. Locations in?
4 locations.
Lehigh, Canton, Hillsborough, and? That other town.
Yeah.
The Warriors town. Marion.
Marion, that's right.
Little question here. Tell you what, we're all tangled up. We went down and got that halftime shot with the cheerleaders, and they are now in the middle of the field.
It's well worth getting that shot.
They're down there deciding which direction they're going to go here. Andy, recap a little bit of the first half for us. Tell us a little bit about what happened.
Well, first play of the game, kickoff return for touchdown. C.J. Hill ran about 80, 85 yards. 89 yards, excuse me. 90 yards, whatever. Scored anyway. 6 points on the board there. Trojans get the ball back at about the 50-yard line after failing to convert close to the goal line, and C.J. Hill once again gets a big run around the end for a 52-yard touchdown. Makes the score 14-0 after the 2-point conversion. Then later in the, I think it was the second quarter, Trojans connect on a pass. Quarterback sneak up the middle by quarterback Joe Woods. 1-yard touchdown run. Then the Trojans started getting some troubles with penalties and ended up giving Heston the ball in pretty good position, and they ended up putting in to make the score 21-7, which is where we stand right now. As far as I can say, the Trojans played near flawless first quarter, but in the second quarter started breaking apart, giving Heston a chance to get back in the ball game. Like to see the Trojans come out to the second half with as much fire as they did in the first half. But this year, the Trojans have been mostly a first-half team, except for it could be Ellenwood game when they come back to win that one. So as we get started here, the Trojans are set to kick off. 21, Nathan Funk set to kick off. Back to receive for the Swathers, number 39, Nate Bartell.
It's a short kick this time, taken by Dillon, and he's across the 30 to the 33 really quickly. Brought down there by number 58, Josh Sullivan. Just underway here in the second half. And if we get a chance, when the moon clears that pole over there, as you can see it just at the top of your screen, we'll get a shot of the moon. A very pretty moon tonight. Clark hands off in the backfield, and men immediately fumble the football, and the Trojans have got it. Herb fumbled the football, and maybe the best thing that has happened all night long for the Trojans is that Heston has come out shaky, and on their first play from scrimmage here in the third quarter, they cough it up, and it's recovered by the Trojans.
Here's the ball is recovered on the play by number 80, John Carlson. Good job on the play by Carlson, finding the ball and recovered it. Like I said before, the Trojans needed to come out with fire in the second half, and McEwen put that fire in them, and they busted the line and stopped the guy in the backfield and forced a fumble to give the offense excellent field position at the 33-yard line.
A big opportunity here as they had that 14-point swing at the end of the first half, where we had the opportunity to go in the end zone. In fact, did, and was called back on penalties, and then gave up subsequently 7 points. Oh, boy. A fired-up Swather defense smothers C.J. Hill for a loss of a couple on the play back to the 34-yard line.
Hillsborough offensive lineman stood up there on the play, and Hill had no chance on the play to bust through the line for positive yardage. Ended up losing a yard or two on the play, bringing up 2nd down and 12.
John Carlson is the tight end on the right side, I formation. Fake the handoff to Hill. Woods in trouble here. He throws it to anybody who there's nobody over there. Closest one to it was number 86 for the Swathers. Who was that?
That'd be Travis Jansen. Pressure on the play there by Matt Powers, the Heston tackle.
And so with that, the Trojans find themselves quickly in a 3rd down and 12 situation from the 34-yard line of the Swathers. The Swather defense, and if you saw just at the start of the second half, the players trying to get the crowd excited into this ball game where they were with 30 seconds to go in the first half. Woods under pressure, in trouble, throws it up for grabs. It's caught by Hirschberger, and he's wrestled down at the 4-yard line. Now, they'll probably give him forward progress to about the 10. He caught the ball at the 10 and was brought down inside the 5, and they'll mark him at the 5. And it's intercepted, but that's as good as a punt on 3rd down and a long, long way to go for the Trojans.
Wood throws the ball up to grabs for Tyson Rosloff, and Heston defender just right there makes an interception and gives Heston pretty bad field position on the play at the 5-yard line.
Well, you know, am I right am I correct in assuming that those are the first 2 turnovers of the game? Is that right? I believe that is.
I believe that is right.
Dreyer up the middle to about the 7-yard line, picked up a couple on the play. Be 2nd down and about 8. Hillsborough Trojan football.
Channel 22 KSBN Sports here with I'm Andy Bartle, and alongside Butch Lavelle. On the camera tonight is Pat Buller helping out.
Trojan football brought to you in part by these fine sponsors.
True Value Hardware, the Real Estate Center, and as well as Herb Schrader County Motors. Back to the game, pitch goes to number 39, Nate Bartell. He's hit in the backfield by, I believe, number...
Jesse Ham in on the tackle.
Jesse Ham, number 62.
Lost, and boy, the ball is going to be resting at about the 3-yard line, it looks like. Lost about 3 yards on the play. I think it lost about 5 yards on the play. 3rd down and about 13 here. A lot of shifting on the defense, and Clark rolling, looks to throw, and it is, it's complete! And Nathan Funk tackles Jansen high. It went right through the hands of one of the defenders. Who was that?
That was 83 Tyson Ratzlaff. Could have been a big play for the Trojans. Just happens to go through his hands. Ends up in the hands of number 85, John Light, I believe.
I apologize. I thought that was Travis Jansen, number 86. Boy, I tell you what.
Big play for the Heston Swathers.
That is the kind of thing that can be a backbreaker. This thing could get out of hand if the Trojans don't stamp it out right now. Here's a pass out to Newton, and he slips and falls at the 36-yard line. Picked up about 2 on the play, but he slipped on his own and fell, and boy, that's the best thing that's happened so far on this drive for the Trojans.
Makes it second down and about 8 for the Swathers.
Light to the bottom of the screen. Double tight end set, I formation for the Swathers. Clark under center. Hand off to the first back, fumble the football, and it's recovered by the Trojans. A big hit coming in there by number 80, John Carlson.
John Carlson recovered the first one for the Trojans, and once again gets it on the play and in the right place at the right time, forces the fumble and falls on top of it.
Carlson hit the quarterback and the running back as they were trying to make the handoff, and that is just a tremendous individual effort by Carlson.
Gives the Trojans the ball at about the 32-yard line. Once again, good field position. Ryan Schumann to the bottom of the screen, Nathan Funk to the top of the screen in the I formation. Woods on the option, is going to keep it.
Joe carrying that thing like a loaf of bread again.
Tackle at about the 25, we'll call it the 25-yard line. Gain of 7 all on the play. Maybe 6. Brings up second down and 4 for the Trojans at the 25-yard line. Once again in the I formation with Funk to the bottom of the screen, Rasso to the top of the screen. Woods hands the ball up the middle. The fullback Kane Adams busts through for about 2 or 3 yards on the play. Should be close to a first down.
Looks like they're going to mark him about a yard short. He didn't get a favorable spot there. In fact, where they've got him marked, it doesn't even look like they're going to give him any game on the play. Excuse me.
Definitely not a favorable spot there by the referees.
I certainly thought that Kane had fallen forward further than that, but apparently not. From our vantage point up here, no, we can't make that judgment, so that's why they're down there.
Quarterback keeper up the middle, Woods surges through the line. Kane right close to a first down. I think they may give it to him.
Well, I tell you what, it took an awful long time for him to blow that whistle, and once again, look where they're spotting him. Oh, my goodness. It'll be interesting. I couldn't tell in that swarm of bodies, but boy, for that long that it took, and he got only about a yard and a half on the carry.
Brings up fourth down and 1 at the 23-yard line. Trojans once again in fourth down territory. Most likely go for it. They will go for it. I formation once again. Funk to the bottom and Tyson Russell to the top.
Everybody expecting the quarterback sneak. Here's a pitch to Hill. He's got the first down. And CJ knocked out of bounds inside the 20 at about the 18-yard line. And they were bringing the blitz up the middle. They had no safeties back. It's too bad we didn't have a play pass on a halfback option called.
Yep.
But that's why we're up here and we get to call that afterwards. We don't have to make that call and lose our jobs like Coach McEwen.
That's right. Makes it, still gives them first down at the 18-yard line with 6 minutes and 16 seconds to go in the third quarter.
No scoring in the third quarter, 21-7. Still, Trojans still on top, but definitely not in control of this game like they were early.
Hill goes up the middle of the ball, and he scampers his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
C.J. Hill with just tremendous individual effort on an 18-yard touchdown run, and absolutely brilliant running by C.J. Hill, the sophomore tailback, and he goes 18 yards, breaking tackle after tackle, spinning off people. He'd lost his own footing at one point, and then initially made contact with one of the linebackers, broke that tackle, and is able to get into the end zone. And it's 27-7, and again, the Trojans are going to look to extend their lead to 21.
As you said, Hill broke many tackles and even jumped over a few tacklers on that play.
He would not be denied.
Back to the extra point is Nathan Funk, and there's a flag on the play.
Did you get a good shot? We've got dead ball foul, delay a game. Oh, what in the world is that? It must have been an equipment violation. It's delay of the game, and then they showed equipment violation, which is a 5-yard penalty. Most of the time when you see that called, you don't see the delay first, but That is the proper way of doing it. It just kind of surprised me. I haven't seen that in a long time, though. We didn't see it the second time he showed it.
Yep.
If you cut, Joe Woods pulled the ball back there on Nathan Funk, and it looked like it was the old Lucy and Charlie Brown play there as the referees blew the whistle.
All right, let's set the ball on the 7-yard line now, and it's fake extra point. Woods rolls to the left, and pass is dropped by C.J. Hill, and two-point conversion is no good.
I tell you what, he was open, and it went right through his arms before he got hit. I think C.J. was anticipating the impact, and so the extra point fails, and the score, the score remains 27-7.
So with 6:09 left in the game.
Left in the third quarter.
Third quarter, excuse me, I was getting ahead of myself.
You were getting excited. We need this victory, don't we?
We sure do.
The score?
20,
Trojans 27, Swathers 7.
Yep. Be sure to stop by Greenhoff Pharmacy for all your prescription needs. Greenhoff Pharmacy is located across from the Freezing Mill and Adobe House. Free delivery available in Canton, L. Hillsborough, so call today, Greenhoff Pharmacy.
Fine folks over there, so if you're worried about your health, you know to get a hold of them. Nathan Funk puts a boot into it, and he kicks the tee pretty far, too. That thing's going to fly out of bounds at the 1. I thought it was going to sneak its way into the end zone, but it didn't. It went out of bounds at the 1-yard line, and that'll give the Swathers the ball to start on their own 35-yard line, I believe, in high school rules. Isn't that right?
I believe that's right.
I know in college it's the 35, and it's where are they starting? They're marking him at the 28. What in the world?
I don't see a ball anywhere.
They're still waiting. They haven't moved all the way down. They're going to start this drive at the 35-yard line. Ooh, we're good.
5-yard line.
6:09 to go here in the third quarter of play. Hey, and the hot dog band just got here. What a deal. If we'd have known he was delivering, we'd have just ordered from him, wouldn't we?
Yeah, sure would have.
6:09 to go. High formation for the Swathers. Here comes the blitz by the Trojans.
Pass is caught by number 86, Travis Jansen. Scampers his way up to about the 49-yard line for a gain of 14 on the play.
C.J. Hill and Todd Reger. C.J. Hill in on the stop first. After the man broke away from him, Todd Reger was there to put him down.
Gives the Heston Swathers a first down at the 49-yard line.
Hey, we just got free food. How about that? What a deal.
Nice place this is. I certainly will take one. But I will continue to talk.
You're just doing a fine job.
I'll try to eat it.
You got a hot dog over here? We got free hot dogs. We're coming to Heston again next year. Even though we're playing at home, we're going to be here. We're going to put your dog right over there for you, Pat. What a deal. The concession stand takes care of us.
Hand off to number 33, Josh Erb. Gain of about 2 on the play. Brings up second down and 8.
Oh, I tell you, can't beat night at the old ball field.
Second down and 8 for the Swathers. High formation, number 85, John Light to the bottom of the screen. There's a flag on the play.
Jumping all over the place. The Trojans in the neutral zone early, and in high school you can't reset, so that's a hurt right there. Easy as 5 yards that the Swathers have gotten all night as the Trojans give up some more yardage, and this is certainly not the way we want to be headed. Trojans up by 20, but certainly in danger of keeping the Swathers in this thing. It should be 35-0. High formation once again. Is that a good hot dog, Andy? He's nodding his head, folks. Pass out into the flats is too tall for the intended receiver. Clark threw it over the intended receiver. John Dreyer, a freshman. I had to find him here. 5'11", 160-pound freshman. And I would bet he's related to Luke. It's a safe bet. Heston, only a town of about 3,000 people. Light to the bottom of the screen. Hershberger to the top. Clark rolling out. He's got some running room. He's across the 40, is hit and dropped out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. In on the tackle is number 28, Ryan Suderman. And so it's now 1st and 10 for the Swathers, and they continue this march. The ball at the 37-yard line, 1st down, and 10 for the Swathers. Hey, was that a good dog?
It sure was. As I finished my hot dog, the Swathers pick up a 1st down. I better stop eating.
You better stop eating.
So 1st down at the 37-yard line. Quarterback drops back to pass. Has the receiver open, and it's tipped, and it's caught by number 85, John Light. Pass tipped on that play by, I believe, 78, Todd Reger. Also on the area is number 30, Lance Unruh. Once again, the chosen defender tips the ball, and it falls right into the hands of a Heston receiver.
Both times, John Light, and I tell you what, this is a young man who probably likes the tip drill during practice, isn't he?
He sure would. Gain of about 9.5 on the play. Brings down 2nd down and short at about the 28-yard line. Quarterback up the middle. Number 12, John Clark.
I'll tell you what, there was movement on the offensive line, and there was no flags.
Looks like they're going to give him the spot.
Looks like he got that one pretty easily, didn't it?
They're going to give it to him.
Oh, my. That was a lot closer spot than I thought it would be.
Gives the Swathers 1st down and 10 to go at the 27-yard line. Hillsborough defense needs to suck it up right here. Can't afford to give the Heston offense more points on the board and more momentum towards their side.
Single setback, now motion by Hershberger to the right. Clark under center. Dreyer with the block in the backfield. A lot of time. Now the protection breaks down. Clark flushed out of the pocket. He's going to pick up some good yardage before he's going to be wrestled out of bounds. Is that Tyson Ratzlaff?
I believe it is. Clark had a lot of pressure in the backfield, sidestepped 2 defenders, and just ran around in for a good gain.
The one thing that I'm seeing a lot here, the safeties for the Trojans are still tackling awful high, and that is enabling the ball carriers to get a little bit extra each time. And in fact, Tyson has to slam him to the ground again, but when he does that, he's giving up another yard or 2 every single time. He's got to get him hit lower in order to stop the momentum of these young men.
Tackle runner high, the runner keeps his legs moving and ends up getting more yards than he should have.
Looked like a busted play. It was supposed to be an option, a reverse pivot by Clark, and he got maybe a yard squirting across the line of scrimmage, and maybe a yard. not even that much, probably about a half a yard.
Maybe
It'll be
half an
2nd
inch.
down. We're gonna get the slide rule out, right?
Okay.
What's your favorite class, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
We like that favorite class.
Oh, whatever it is. Don't really have a favorite class, but
We got Dr. Andy Bartle here next to me. Doctor of what?
Doctor of nonsense.
Ah.
Quarterback back to pass, has receiver, and he's hit at the 10-yard line, and for a gain of about 2 yards on the play.
Just as I say, Tyson Ratzlaff has to hit him lower. He comes up and sticks that young man right at the waist.
Nice tackle on the play.
Dropped him right in his tracks at the about the 10-yard line, just short of the 10-yard line.
Makes it 3rd down and 7 to go for the Swathers.
It is gut check time here for the Trojans. A $126 and running, 27-7. They're up by 20, but certainly not a game that should be even this close. Hillsborough has kept Heston in it, and to Heston's credit, they have stayed in this ball game. And there's a pass to a wide open receiver, Newton, and he overshoots him. Oh.
Quarterback Clark saw the receiver wide open, may have gotten his eyes just a little bit too big, and overexcitedly threw the ball over the receiver.
There was not a Trojan within 10 yards of him.
Nothing but end zone.
He had that whole half of the end zone from the goalpost over to be able to maneuver and make the catch. And boy, what a break for the Trojans that they misfired.
Makes it 4th down and 7 at the 10-yard line. The Swathers will be going for it. Quarterback drops back to pass.
Carlson's going to hammer him at the 20 and drop him at the 21.
Once again, great defensive play by John Carlson coming in from the end.
John Carlson flew through there, unblocked on the blitz, and I tell you what, he came through and hammered John Clark and gives the Trojans better field position at almost the 21, we'll call it the 21-yard line, where the Trojans will go on offense. And boy, for the Swathers, they're lucky he didn't cough that ball up because somebody would have picked it up and taken off. There was 3 Trojans in the backfield by the time he went down.
Carlson has come out the second half with his pants on fire, covering 2 fumbles and getting the big quarterback sack here to stop the Heston drive.
Well, I hope he's got another pair of pants if we don't want to put the extinguisher on him tonight.
Quarterback Woods plays the option, pitches to Hill, runs around and steps out of bounds at about the 28-yard line.
C.J. Hill's had a good night after last week not having one of his better evenings. We'll just say that. And,
we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, but Jeremy Lowen came in and I understand played very well in C.J.'s stead. Lowen, a freshman who's very exciting in his own right. See, now Jeremy, everybody will tell Jeremy I didn't tell him about his sandals again tonight.
And off up the middle, C.J. Hill has some running room, breaks a couple tackles, runs up to the 47-yard line, gain of about 17, maybe 20. 16 yards on the play. Gives the Trojans another first down. Trojans moving the ball pretty good on this second drive of the second half.
Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. We have a little bit of business we have to take care of. We've had a pretty quick third quarter here.
And off to Adams up the middle. The fullback runs through the line.
Oh, no, he left the ball behind him, and the Swathers have it. I saw him holding that ball out there and loose, and the young man who just he's in a thankless position, coming in and playing for Jason Terrell, and Kane Adams, who's a sophomore, just simply got a little too excited, didn't keep the ball held close to him. When he got hit, it came out, and he left it on the ground behind him at the 44-yard line.
Adams had a nice run on the play, but shows the inexperience by dropping the football, giving the ball back to the Heston Swathers at the 43-yard line. Quarterback number 12 drops back to pass, has receiver, but is through the arms of a diving Josh Erb, bringing up second down and 10.
Ball at the Swather 44-yard line, 27-7, 26 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Hillsboro Trojan football on KSPN Channel 22, being brought to you by Sports Source Magazine, Feist Long Distance, Ag Power, and Ag Service, who sponsor the postgame show, so don't forget to stay tuned for that.
Quarterback pitches the ball to number 39, Nate Bartell. Breaks a few tackles, runs up to the 38-yard line. Big run on the play for the first down.
That is certainly not the way that the Trojans want this quarter to end, but it will, as the clock will start as soon as they set the ball. They're going to mark it just inside the 40 by the 39-yard line, and that'll probably be the last play of the third quarter. Unbelievable. The Trojans have just continued to let the Swathers hang around and hang around. 5 seconds. They may get this play off, Andy.
They come to the line, and they do get the play off. Pitch number 39, Nate Bartell once again. This time he is sitting near the line of scrimmage and falls forward for about a 2-yard gain on the play.
And that will bring us to the end of the third quarter. We have 3 in the books. And the score at the end of 3, the Trojans from Hillsboro, 27. The homestanding Swathers from Heston, 7. Make sure that for all of your hardware needs, you stop by True Value Hardware. True Value Hardware with bargains of the month this month. First Alert fire alarm smoke detectors are on sale, so stop by and see what you can get at True Value Hardware. They have everything, and if you need some help, just ask, because you know help is just around the corner. True Value Hardware in Marion and Hillsboro. I tell you what, I've seen some pretty homes on television. That has to mean that somebody's putting those on. Who would that be, Andy?
That'd be the Dual Estate Center.
Oh,
if you're looking to buy or sell a new home, maybe loan on your existing home, well then you need to see, who is it?
Dolores Dahlke.
That's right. At the Real Estate Center. The Real Estate Center is conveniently located in Marion at 206 East Main, as well as in Hillsborough at 116 North Main Street. So contact Dolores at 947-2321 and see how she can help you.
After 11 years, Ag Power in Hillsborough is still the place to get your farm equipment, new or used. They've got what you're looking for. Ag Power, your authorized AGCO dealer. Good people, great ideas, terrific deals, and quality service. Call them today at 947-3182 and let them help you. Here's a pass out into the flats, and it's caught. And trying to strip the ball, Newton makes the catch, and still no whistles. I guess the whistles did blow, and nobody heard it. Nathan Funk came in after he was wrapped up by C.J. Hill. Nathan Funk, and who was the other one in there? Billy Benjamin. Everyone trying to strip the ball from the receiver, Newton, but it was complete from Clark to Newton to the 26-yard line, good for a first down.
Nice little pass on the play by Heston.
I'm getting kind of hungry, even though I had that hot dog, and you know what that means, don't you?
I'm not sure, but what does it mean, Butch?
Hand off to Herb as he goes across the 20 to the 18-yard line. I tell you what that means is it's time to get back to Hillsborough and go visit our good, fine friends over at...
I believe we're talking about McDonald's.
McDonald's. There's no doubt about it. For burgers, fries, and shakes, you know they've got what it takes. So stop on by McDonald's today. Andy does. Because after all, Andy, that's where you go to have all your breaks, right?
That's right.
All right. And if anybody deserves a break today, Andy deserves a break. That tough first class you had today, huh?
Yeah, it was.
Pitch to Bartell in the backfield. He's going to be corralled and smothered. Gang tackled at about the 19-yard line. Is able to lean forward to get back across the 20, but a host of Trojans in on the defense.
Lee was hit initially on that play by Billy Benjamin, and Chris Corrier comes in to finish it off.
Cooperative Green and Supply, McDonald's at Hillsborough, Greenhoff Pharmacy, Dr. Michael Ray, and Hillsborough State Bank, all wonderfully fine sponsors of Hillsborough Trojan football.
That's right. Brings up a third down and about 4 or 5 to go for the Swathers at the 20-yard line. Pitch goes in 33. Josh Erb goes around in. Breaks a few tackles. Looks like he goes down at about the 16-yard line. Will be close to a first down.
It looked like he broke a couple tackles and got hit just hard enough to kneel down at about the 16. And it'll be short of the first down by about a yard, it looks like. Whoa, they're going to measure. All right, I'm looking across the field. I've got my trusty Sports Illustrated. Ooh, that's 2 tonight.
That's twice.
Oh. I don't know. That stick looks to be just this side of the 15. I'm guessing that he's got it. They're not even going to measure.
Not gonna measure
if I'm the Heston coach, I'm screaming for a measurement because that's awful darn close. I'm gonna let you look through these trusty binoculars.
Right.
Look on the far side. Boy, that is awful close. If I'm the Heston coach and captain, I'm asking for a measurement right now.
I'd say it's short by about 3.5 inches.
3.5 inches, and the educated one knows. Hand off Clark, and he fumbled the football. I don't think he got it, and even if they do recover it, I think they're short of the first down. John Carlson pointing Hillsborough's way, and we'll see what the ruling is. Trojan football. And so the Trojans who turned it over get the gift right back from the Heston Swathers. And boy, oh boy, this is certainly one of the things that each coach probably preached at halftime, take care of the rock in the second half.
First half, they had very few turnovers in the game. I don't think they had any. And that play, number 30, linebacker Lance Unruh comes back, recovers the fumble, gives the Trojan offense the ball at about the 16, 15-yard line.
Pat just about blew my eardrum out. See, you don't get to hear yourself when you're talking.
No, I don't.
Oh. Blitz coming. Woods pitches to Hill around the left side. There's some running room for CJ. He gets around the corner, turns the corner, is across the 20 up to about the 23-yard line. And they're going to mark it about the 24 where he went out of bounds. And the great plan now for the Trojans, eat some clock.
Eat the clock as well as keep control of the ball. Don't want any of those costly turnovers. Give Heston back the ball.
Make sure you get by one of the Cooperative Grain and Supply locations in Hillsborough. Stop by at 121 North Ash and talk to Rod. Or in Marion, go over on 3rd Street and talk with Mike. Find out about quality farmland gasoline at the Cooperative Grain and Supply. They're always open with Card Troll Fuel, so stop by today.
Back to the action. Woods hands off to number 26, C.J. Hill up the middle. Runs for about, I'll give him 5 yards. Good enough for a Trojan first down.
You know, I think we need to organize all the fans to do what they were doing in collegiate, where they were all getting up and yelling first down. You didn't like that, did you?
I didn't appreciate that too much, no.
You'd have appreciated it a lot more if you were from collegiate, wouldn't you?
I probably would have.
Make sure you stay tuned. The end of this ball game, we'll be giving out a Most Valuable Player Award from McDonald's, an extra value meal from McDonald's, going to the Most Valuable Player of this ball game. We got a few to choose from here tonight. John Carlson with some big hits. I formation for the Trojans. Was hand off to Hill. There's a flag on the play. We're going to get a procedure penalty, I think, against the Trojans. Hill gets out to about the 34-yard line, and the flag resting harmlessly on the ground back here. As I was saying, though, the McDonald's MVP during the postgame show, sponsored by
McDonald's.
Ag Power and Ag Service.
Of course, Ag Power and Ag Service sponsors the halftime show.
The postgame show.
Which
McDonald's sponsors the That's all right, Andy. I'm confusing you here because you're looking out there on the field and I'm talking. So McDonald's, the Most Valuable Player, Ag Power, Ag Service, the postgame show, and of course, Cooperative Grain and Supply sponsors are
Halftime show.
Halftime show, which tonight we had
The Hillsborough High School cheerleaders.
And they did a fine job, didn't they? They looked good on TV.
I think I had too much of that hot dog. I'm not sure what's going on here.
You're doing fine, big guy. If at least two things didn't go wrong in each broadcast, then you had too good of a night.
That's right.
Twins to the bottom of the screen. Heston shows a little bit of blitz. Pitch to C.J. Hill. C.J. cuts back across the 20. Is across the 25. C.J. moves the pile out to about the 26-yard line, where he is brought down. It'll be second down, and give him about 11 now. Who made the stop on the play?
Somebody from Eston. I'm not sure.
Somebody who was the one, wasn't it?
I didn't see it.
It was who? He's not on first tonight.
Nope.
Hey, how about those Indians?
Pretty good team.
I'm rooting for the Indians because they haven't won a World Series in like forever. Of course, they've won one since my Cubs have, but
that's right.
The Indians.
I'm a Marlins fan myself.
Well, you know, I like Jim Leland and the Marlins. Woods on the option, pitches to Hill. C.J. across the 30. C.J. out to about the 37-yard line. He stretches his arm out. Let's see where they give him progress. They're progressing on to the 37-yard line. It'll be short of the first down by about a yard or half a yard or so. And they're, well, where they're marking the ball, we may get a measurement.
It's an official timeout for the measurement.
You know, we can't see the ball down here. So this is where truly you're going to earn your stripes as a broadcaster. Is it a first down or is it not a first down?
I'm going to say short of the first down by about half a foot.
By about half a foot.
But I cannot see the ball, so that...
This is where you're in your stripes. We can't cheat. We can't even see the ball through people's feet.
No, I can't. I can't even see the flags.
I see where the official's standing. I think he's short. He's short by... Oh, about a foot and a half. You're only off by about a half foot. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. There's hope. There's hope. Andy, have you decided what you're going to do after you get out of high school?
Nope.
Nope? Haven't decided whether you're going to go on to college or what you're going to do? You're going to go become a surf bum out in California or
I will go to college somewhere. I'm not sure which college wants me the most, but...
They all want you, buddy.
Oh,
As soon as they find out you're working with me, you're going to have them all bailing on you, but till that time, just don't tell them you work with me. You'll be fine.
I'll just tell them I don't know you.
You'll get a lot more offers if you claim you don't know me. Double tight end set. Slot on the left side. C.J. Hill is going to be hit in the backfield. I have no idea why in the world we didn't change the play at the line of scrimmage. Maybe Joe Woods doesn't call very many audibles. I know he has the capabilities of doing it. But on now fourth down, and he lost about 6 yards on the play.
That will bring up a definite punting situation for the Trojans.
4th and long for the Trojans, and And that should have been one of those plays where Joe came up to the line of scrimmage and just called his own number. I think he could have gotten the necessary yardage for the first down there.
That's right.
Nathan Funk back to kick for the Trojans. Snap is to him, and Nathan gets the kick away. It's an end-over-end line drive kick. Bartell takes it to 35. He's across the 40, and he's across midfield. Look out. He's got some running room and some blockers, and he's dropped at the 25-yard line.
Tackle on the play by number 11, Wamba Mongoya.
Wamba Mongoya on the tackle there.
Big return for the Swathers, giving them the ball in excellent field position at the 25-yard line. Not what the Trojans were expecting or what they even want.
Certainly not the way you want to be heading. That's -3 in the net category for the punt. That punt had no chance for the team to get down there, though, and cover it. The coverage team had no chance. Here's a draw play by Clark, and he fumbled the football, and I think the Trojans have gotten it back. Tyson Ratzlaff just heading off the field to get the play. Here we're going to wait for the official signal. There it is. And so every time that the Trojans have been in trouble, they've been able to strip the ball, and you saw that one coming. And I think, once again, it was John Carlson in on the strip.
John Carlson wasn't on the play. I'm not sure if he made the hit. I didn't see exactly who made the hit. Carlson definitely on the play once again.
Heston keeps shooting themselves in the foot here. 27-7, 6:06 to go. Trojans looking like they might escape out of here with a big victory. A victory probably not expected by a lot of people in this district action. Woods can't get rid of the football. Finally,
I believe he handed it off to Kane Adams up the middle, I think.
I'm not sure if he did. No, Woods kept it to the 25-yard line. Picked up about 3 yards on the play. I think it was supposed to be a handoff, and one of the defenders got in there before the play ever got underway, and now with just under 6 minutes to go here in the ball game, Trojans on top by 20. And what are you doing if you're one of the coaches down there, Andy?
I'm just hoping the clock keeps running and we don't give the ball back for some turnovers.
Here goes CJ trying to find some room. CJ's just going to have to tuck it and go as he gets across the 25 to about the 26-yard line, picked up maybe another yard, but now it'll bring up 3rd down, and the offense has really sputtered, and as we said, the Trojans have not put together a full game all year, and with Marion on the schedule next week, I think the only way they're going to beat the Warriors is by putting together a full game. Marion comes to play, they bring the whole package, and even with injured players, they have a veteran ball club, a lot of juniors and seniors on the team, and their experience speaks for itself. That could be the one problem that Hillsborough has next week, even though it's going to be a home game. Oh my, Woods back to throw, and it was telegraphed all the way.
Pass
Nathan
intercepted
Funk.
by, I believe it's number 85.
It was number 85.
John Light.
John Light, and it's spelled L-U-C-H-T. What an interesting spelling. I've never seen it spelled that way. But now with 4:39 to go, and the Trojans keep returning the favor, we have seen more turnovers here in this second half than with these two teams combined than we've seen in a lot of games this year.
Sure have.
A clean first half. Boy, howdy. Certainly not something we want to see. The ball boy dropped the ball, has to pick it up and run off the field. We'll remind you that we will be heading over to McDonald's when we get out of here. It's time to go get some eats. We haven't had our break yet this evening, and goodness, we need one. Heston really coming back. There's Bartell across the 30 and ridden down by Lance Unruh at about the 25-yard line. We'll wait and see where they mark him. They're going to mark him right on the 25-yard line. Picked up about 4 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
Trojan defense needs to at least hold the Heston offense to keep the ball for a little while here. Don't want him to score too fast.
Pass out to Newton in the flats at about the 23. He gets to about the 20-yard line where he's dropped by Tyson Ratzlaff. But they continue to march, and with 3:57 to go, needing 3 scores, this could be the pivotal play right here, 3rd down and 3. If they don't get the first down on the next play or two, this ball game is essentially over. If they can score, they've got a shot at getting the onside kick. They're still down 3 scores. Tways to the bottom of the screen, I formation. Clark pitches to Herb, going around the right side on the short side of the field. He's going to have very close to the first down. I'm not sure where they're going to spot him. He only needed about 1.5 yards, maybe 2, and he got all of that, I believe.
I believe they'll give him forward progress enough yardage to get the first down.
It's going to be
maybe
close.
not.
Boy,
fourth down at about 1 yard.
We got to say one thing. These officials have been consistent in spotting the ball tonight. That is for sure. And I think we're going to have a timeout for measurement. No measurement. It's fourth down. Fourth down and half of a football length probably. I don't know how in the world. I think one of the Trojans asked for a measurement on ours because we got a measurement and twice the Swathers haven't gotten one. They did not convert last time as John Clark fumbled the football in about this same area down around the 15. So hold your breath, folks. Here we go. We are going to need to go see Dr. Michael Ray for some heart conditions here soon. Hand off to Herb. He's hitting the backfield.
Hit in the backfield by number 71, David Ent. Squirts free of the tackle and lunges forward. I believe
I don't think he's going to get it. Now the official inside is going to mark him different. The official outside here was standing on the 20. Now we're going to measure. And I think you're right. I think he got it. Boy, Dave Enns just came through and hammered him, and how he got loose from that, I'll never know. Dr. Michael Ray is in private practice, so if you're having a heart condition as we are up here, he's going to have the first down, but by just the nose of the football. He's now in private practice in the Lions Eye Clinic building. Dr. Ray is accepting new patients, so call him today at 947-3100. They're in the office from 8:30 to 5, Monday through Friday, and 8:30 to noon on Saturday. That's Dr. Michael Ray.
Gives the Swathers first down and 10 at about the 19-yard line, Quarterback rocks back to pass.
He's in trouble. He throws it up for grabs, and it's through the hands of Wamba Mongoya.
Receiver well covered on that play by Mongoya from the front as well as C.J. Hill from the back. Quarterback under pressure there, just pretty much threw it up for grabs. Lucky he didn't get to be picked off.
Mongoya was right there. I mean, it went right through his hands, and he had nothing but real estate in front of him. Speaking of real estate, if you're looking to buy and sell a home, Dolores Dahlke's the lady to contact. At the Real Estate Center, they have locations in Marion and Hillsboro. So contact Dolores in Hillsboro today at 947-2321. Be sure and stay tuned to 22 and see the homes that she has listed. Trips to the bottom of the screen. There was movement all over the place. Here's the pass. It is knocked away by C.J. Hill at the 1-yard line, knocked out of the hands of the intended receiver, Newton. And I think this is going to be 5 yards on the offense anyway. Movement all over the place, and no one got set, it didn't look like. It looks like an illegal shift, and that's what it is. We're trying to bring in planes down into Wichita here, huh?
Yeah, something.
We're trying to land at Heston International Airport here.
Chargers must now decide whether to accept the penalty or give the Swathers third down and 10.
I think at this point, you just go ahead and you accept the penalty. The clock stopped anyway. Go ahead and take the penalty. Make them go another 5 yards. Even if they get another down with 2:23 to go, the clock is your ally, and you want that clock to keep running no matter what. If we get out of here and all the gas stations are closed, you know we're going to slide by Cooperative Grain Supply, Lehigh, Canton, Hillsboro, or Marion, and get some fine quality farmland gasoline. Farmland gasoline available with the card control program, so stop by and talk to Rod today. Oh, the quarterback Clark fakes the pitch, is in trouble, breaks a tackle, and is able to pick up about 5-6 yards on the play. He was caught in the backfield by, who was that? Was that Courier that had him in the backfield?
I believe that was Ansett originally had him. Courier ended up with the tackle, along with, I believe it was 73, Billy Benjamin.
2 minutes to go, and it looks like, unless some kind of amazing miracle happens, some divine intervention in Heston, the Trojans are going to go to 4-3 and 1-0 in district play, and that's the most important figure is the 1-0 in district play. Hillsboro and Marion, you have to expect Marion probably beats Harrington tonight. It could be a 1-0 matchup next week in Hillsboro with the Warriors come calling to the Trojans. There's a pitch to Herb, and he gets around the end inside the 15 to about the 14-yard line. I'm really surprised that Lance Unruh doesn't get a penalty because he came in kind of late and flopped on Herb, but the referee letting it go, and The clock continues to move with $1:20 to go, and there's no way now that you can realistically believe they're going to score 3 touchdowns.
With a minute 14 to go, I don't believe anybody could score 3 touchdowns, but let alone the way Heston has been shooting himself in the foot.
And Heston waited for a good 14, 15 seconds before calling a timeout. I believe that's their first of the half. So we have a timeout on the field with 1:06 to go. Trojans in command, leading 27-7.
It's that time of season again. It's time for fall house fix-ups. If you'd like to go down to get some tools, paint, anything you want down at the hardware store, go down to True Value Hardware in Hillsboro and Marion. Help is just around the corner, as well as the power tools, which I so much like.
We got to have some power. It's chainsaw season, isn't it?
May as well just around the corner.
Yeah, it's about Halloween. Get the chainsaws out.
Getting that firewood cut off.
We're going to auction off black cats next week, aren't we?
We should.
We're going to bring Black Cat to the ball game. We'll name it the Jinx, and maybe that'll be the thing that gets us off the schneid against Marion. How many years has it been? It's been a long time.
It sure has.
Offset eye. Clark back to throw, throws into the end zone, and it is intercepted. I thought I heard a whistle. No, no, my goodness. And C.J. Hill is going to take this one. He may go. He's got some people chasing him. One man to beat. C.J. Hill is going to be dropped by number 61. Alignment, and now a flag is thrown way back upfield here. C.J. Hill is dropped by a lineman, number 61, Andy Cox, 170 pounds, 6'1", tracks down the speedster C.J. Hill, who intercepted the pass back in the end zone a couple yards deep. I thought I heard a whistle when he intercepted it, and apparently not. And the penalty back here is probably going to be a clip.
Looks like
47 seconds left.
Hillsboro defenders turn offenders made an illegal block on the return, but they got the ball anyway.
Oh, it's unsportsmanlike conduct against the Swathers, so I stand corrected. I thought that this should be tacked on to the end of the play, even though it happened during the play. This will be tacked on. Now, unlike other penalties, which are spot fouls, these are tacked on. Unsportsmanlike conduct and personal fouls are tacked on at the end of plays when it's to the benefit of the receiving team of receiving the penalty. This 15 yards will put the ball down inside the 20 at about the 19-yard line. And I think at this point, Coach McHugh and both teams have had an unsportsmanlike call. I think he's going to just take a knee and get out of here with a 20-point victory. 47 seconds left to go. And the Trojans from Hillsboro, their fans standing, they're getting ready to hoot it up as the Trojans are going to be 1-0 in district play. And the referee forgot his hanky back here at the 43-yard line. It's still laying on the field. Nobody's picked it up.
I believe the interception by Hill and the return by Hill was the dagger in the heart that the Trojans were
The
looking for
Trojans
this
could have
whole
put
game.
the Swathers away all night long and didn't. Here's a handoff to the fullback, and this is a good thing. Give the ball back to the young man who fumbled it, and let Kane Adams, get his feet wet. He's going to have to play a lot the next couple ball games, but a big, exciting victory here for the Trojans. They'll have to run one more play, and Heston won't even waste the last 2 timeouts.
As the referee runs back and picks up his flag from the previous play.
The official stopped the clock for the official to go pick up the flag. So it helped out Heston a little bit, but here come the Trojans back to the line. No gain on the play by Adams, maybe about a half a yard. Call it 2nd down and 10. Blitz coming by the Swathers. Pitch. It's at C.J. Hill.
I believe that's...
Or is that Lowen, Jeremy Lowen?
Jeremy Lowen in the game.
Jeremy Lowen loses 5 on the play. Oh, I'm going to give that freshman a hard time come next Wednesday night. 13 seconds. The Trojans will not have to run another play. This one is over. If you're Jeremy Lowen, you want to run one more play so you can get positive yards for the game. 3 seconds, 2, and the Hillsboro Trojans, for the first time in recent memory, are 1-0 in district play. They will play the Marion Warriors next week in what should be one heck of a ball game. Folks, this was a ball game to remember for the Trojans. The first half, they commanded this one. In the second half, they held on. They didn't play particularly well, but the defense played exceptionally well in the second half. holding the Swathers to their single touchdown with 30 seconds left in the first half. Final score from Heston. The Trojans from Hillsborough 27, Heston Swathers 7. We'll be back with the Ag Power Ag Service
post-game show
after this. And back here at Heston High School, where tonight the Trojans from Hillsborough have come a-calling, and they leave with a 20-point victory, 27-7. Hillsborough 1-0 in district play. Will play Marion, and it could be a battle of unbeatens in district play come next Friday night at Reimer Field on the campus of Tabor College when the Hillsborough Trojans host the Warriors from Marion. We don't know how Marion's doing right now. There's a phone. Why don't you call them up, Joe? I'm just kidding. We don't know how they're doing against Harrington tonight, but we have to assume as good a ball club as they have over there in Marion that this could be a battle of 1-0s next week in district play.
I believe it will be.
It's time now for the Ag Power Ag Service halftime, or post-game show. I did the halftime thing in the Tabor game last week, too. It's time for the Ag Service Ag Power post-game show. Goodness gracious. Ag Service in their 23rd year to serving you for soil testing, fertilizers, and all of your farm chemical needs. Call Mike or Kirby at 947-3166 and ask how they can be of service to you. Ag Service. Service is their name.
After 11 years, Ag Power in Hillsborough is still the place to get your farm equipment. New or used, they've got what you're looking for. Ag Power, your authorized AGCO dealer. Good people, great ideas, terrific deals, and don't forget that quality service that they got. Call Ag Power at 947-3182 and let them help you.
We're having rock'em sock'em robots here. Isn't that how they used to work? Oh, it's a happy post-game show. And the Trojans who they do us no not like prosperity. Every time they get one game above 500, we lose one. So Hillsborough Trojans now 4-3 on the year. Most importantly, 1-0 in district play, and have a great shot now. If they can keep their heads about them the next 2 weeks, Hillsborough will be going to state for the first time in a long, long time. But it's been a long time since we've beaten Marion. And the one thing we want to talk a lot about is the offensive line. In the first half controlled this ball game. The second half didn't really control the game as we would have liked to see. The Trojans made some mental mistakes and showed that they were young once again with the